And why some folks are not happy with tomorrow's day off for state workers. Some folks are questioning tomorrow's Good Friday holiday. A handful of protesters making their way through the state capitol today, upset that it is a state and county holiday. Activist Mitch Kahle, dressed as Jesus, was accompanied by members of the Hawaii Citizens for Separation of State and Church.
It is an exclusively Christian holiday. There are no secular precepts to Good Friday whatsoever. And so we would like to see the state take action to create an Aloha Day holiday in its place, where everyone could celebrate equally.
Good Friday is a paid legal holiday for county and state employees. Good Friday is not a federal holiday.
Yeah, maybe we should just use the pens.
The back of your hands, yeah.
Yeah, let's just use the pens.
Oh, looks like somebody completed in the same.
And there's Grace.
Hello. If that's what you want. If that's what you want. I guess the costume work.
Are you guys having a vacation?
Probably happy to tell. Well, we're here today in opposition to the continuing Good Friday holiday, which is a paid legal holiday in the state of Hawaii. We're opposed to the holiday for several reasons. First of all, the holiday gives a direct financial benefit to Christians that it does not provide to other religious persons in Hawaii. Because Christians are allowed to take this paid religious holiday, others like Buddhists or Hindus or Muslims or Jews, when they take their holiday off, they are required to deduct one of their personal days or one of their vacation days, unless it has a direct financial penalty. And so we are opposed to it on that front. We're also opposed to the holiday because it is an exclusively Christian holiday. There are no secular precepts to Good Friday whatsoever. And so we would like to see the state take action to create an Aloha Day holiday in its place, where everyone could celebrate equally and everybody could benefit from in the same way. It could also be used to promote economic and tourism, which Good Friday obviously cannot. Also, we believe that Good Friday is unconstitutional. We believe that it is an endorsement of the Christian religion above all others. There is no other way to look at it other than a state-sanctioned endorsement of a religious holy day. And so we would like to see the government take action. In other places around the country where Good Friday has been challenged in the courts, it has been found to be unconstitutional, and we would like to see the same thing here in Hawaii. Let's make it equitable and fair for all Hawaiians, everybody who lives in Hawaii, to have the same benefits that everyone else does.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Mitch Kahle, one of your constituents.
Okay.
How are you?
Good.
Good. We're here today visiting offices in the Capitol about Good Friday.
Oh, okay.
In the past, we have tried to introduce bills. Back in 1998, we tried to introduce a Senate bill to change Good Friday to a law. It seems like a very reasonable request. That way the unions don't lose the holiday. There's no problem with the contracts. But then it goes from an exclusion. It's also an issue of equal protection. So
I don't see it as religion. I see it more in terms of what you said in fairness.
Right,
Because,
absolutely.
you know, there's a separation between church and state.
They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And basically, if I may, I was presented more in terms of taking a holiday as non-religious.
Right, which is what we did. I mean, basically Aloha Day. And the thing also is, he'll talk to us.
Because you have to pick up the...
Sure, I have one minute.
Hello,
That's
Senator
going to be
John.
my murder. You're murdered.
I'm playing Jesus today.
Okay. What's so bad about Good Friday?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, there actually are a couple things that we consider. In the past, we have come before the Senate and asked for a bill to be passed that would change Good Friday to Aloha Day. So it would change from something exclusive to something inclusive. One of the problems when you consider Good Friday is there actually is a direct financial benefit to Christians that other religions do not receive. If you have two employees in this office, one is a Christian, one is a Buddhist, the Christian is going to get a paid religious holiday tomorrow. The Buddhist is going to get a paid holiday, but not a religious holiday. Okay. Then the Buddhist is going to come back here a couple of weeks later and want to take. The problem is for most people, the majority of Hawaii residents who are not Christians, what does it signify? An act of capital punishment, a murder. And therefore, there is a certain amount of offense that comes when you are told that you can't go get your license renewed, or that you can't show up for work, or you can't show up for school. Why? Because someone was murdered. And so it's odorous. And so what we're looking for the Senate and for the legislature to do. Yes.
Have you submitted it since then?
Well, we're going to come back next year and do it. Because, but what we really want is, last year we worked very hard. We think we have a legitimate concern about Good Friday.
Okay.
And clearly, what we've really looked at is that there is a direct financial benefit for Christians that non-Christians do not receive. Let me give you an example. You might have two employees in this office. One who's a Christian, one who's a Buddhist. The Christian is going to get a paid day off tomorrow for their religious observance. The Buddhist, on the other hand, 2 weeks from now, when they want to take off for Bodhi Day or Buddha Day, is going to have to charge one of their vacation or holidays days, because we all get a fixed, in the state, we have a fixed number of holidays and vacation days that we can take. So the Buddhist is penalized. So is the Confucianist, so is the Shinto.
Do we have any Satanist holidays that need to be celebrated?
Well, it's possible. It's possible. They would have every right.
So that's how you got that back in at
no, take it out.
Kaimuki or?
Kaimuki, yeah. I mean, it was trying to discriminate against religion. But the issue, it goes beyond that. And one is that for Christians like yourself, you have a deeply held belief that the execution or crucifixion of Christ was a religious or a divine event, part of, I'm just going to put quotes around this, God's plan. Which is fine, you have every right to believe that. But for all the rest of the people who live in Hawaii, about 70% of us who are not Christians, it doesn't represent that at all. It represents an act of capital murder. And therefore, it's a certain bit of aggravation or insult when I go to get my driver's license renewed, or I want to go down to City Hall, or I want to come over here to the Capitol, or I want to go anywhere that I want on Good Friday, and guess what? Closed for the Good Friday holiday. Closed because of a capital murder. Now, that's not a very happy thought. And so there are more reasons beyond just the religious aspect of Good Friday. There's the fairness issue. Now, before you came to this body, we introduced a bill back in 1998 to change Good Friday to Aloha Day. Now, the good thing about Aloha Day as opposed to Good Friday is instead of it being an exclusive holiday, it would be an inclusive holiday. It wouldn't stop you or any of your staff who are Christian from taking off on Good Friday. You would have to just be charged for one of your vacation or your personal days. That's no problem. That would just make it fair. Everybody else has been doing that forever. But beyond that, what makes Aloha Day a great idea is that then the Bureau of Tourism can start promoting it. We could have an Aloha Day marathon. We could have Aloha Day 10K run. We could have Aloha Day basketball tournaments. We could have anything that we wanted, they could promote it. Right now, they are prohibited from doing anything to promote Good Friday. And tomorrow morning when you open your newspaper, you will not see a singular secular attachment to Good Friday whatsoever. There are no Good Friday sales. Almost all of the business community will be open for business. The federal government is open for business. And so it is problematic beyond the fact that I may have personal problems with the religious aspect of it. But for everyone else in the state, it's just not fair. And so we'd like you to seriously consider, it would be a real bold step for you in particular, to come forward and say, yeah, let's move that. Let's make it an inclusive day for everyone instead of an exclusive day that's only for Christians.
Well, actually, I celebrate Passover rather than Good Friday, so...
Well, you don't get paid.
What you're saying is you're addressing a Catholic holiday, which I may or may not practice, so...
Right, but so you're discriminating against.
Well, I don't feel like that. I think you...
It's money out of your pocket.
Well, I disagree with you. So.
You disagree with the argument that it's money right out of your pocket?
I disagree that you say that I'm being discriminated against. I disagree with that.
So you don't mind that the Christian, the Catholic, if you want to call it that, the Catholic holiday is a paid holiday, but the Passover holiday you choose to celebrate, but I guess you're here at work. Isn't today Passover?
last night. You celebrate in the evening and morning one day. I know you read your Bible, so you should read that.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Evening and morning starts in the evening.
I'm just making a point. What about Buddhists? What about Shintoists?
Well,
Do you not care?
Thank you for your point.
Well,
I'm finished talking with you.
You should consider it.
Thank you.
But I appreciate you coming out
Yeah.
and talking about it.
Thank you for your
Sure,
time.
thank you very much. Do you have a moment? We're here to talk to all the representatives, and you're about the 20th one that we visited, about Good Friday. And Good Friday represents an exclusive financial benefit for Christians that no other religious person receives. And let me just give you a quick example.
I believe there's been a court case on this.
Well, there has, but we're talking about fairness here, and we're talking about real money.
That's kind of a question for the courts.
No, we're asking, this is a question for the legislature.
The legislature feels it's a secular holiday.
But we know it's not, right? It's a celebration of the execution and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. That's what it is, right? There's no other secular precept to it. What would be a secular precept for Good Friday?
I have no idea.
There's no Good Friday bunny. Good Friday, Good Friday is purely religious. There is no secular precept for it. But listen to my very brief argument. If you have two employees, you have one who's a Christian and one who is a Buddhist. Tomorrow, the Christian employee is going to get a paid day off to recognize their religious
So is the Buddhist.
No, wrong. The Buddhist is just going to get a vacation day.
That's all he cares about.
No, don't.
If the Buddhist wants to take some day off,
Please, just listen. Because here's what happens.
I don't want.
Well, just for 1 minute.
That's all right.
Well, you're closed-minded. Okay, that's fine. You're closed-minded.
Well, it's in the courts.
No, it's not. It's going to be here in the legislature next year.
Thank you for your time.
Probably won't get very.
Oh my gosh, that is classic. Here, I'm gonna.
We're happy for
As soon as Steve gets out of the room.
Representative Ahoisa. She's got evangelist hair.
Okay.
You notice that? That's illegal.
Yeah. But just, like stuff like that she says, like.
No, I agree.
Oh,
Hello.
they're here.
Hi, Representative
Hi.
Ahoisa. Jesus loves you too. Do you have a moment? We're visiting the office today. We'd like to talk to you.
And since you're his favorite.
Next year we want to propose to change the Good Friday holiday. We want to change it to Aloha Day so that it's inclusive instead of exclusive. And Aloha Day not only would mean we would have fairness, but it would also allow the government tourism offices to promote this. Whereas Good Friday is not something that can be promoted because it is purely religious. So we'd like to see that change. So next year we'd like you to consider supporting that day, to change Good Friday to Aloha Day. So everybody can enjoy the day tomorrow instead of just Christians.
Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Moses?
You're obnoxious. So you have the right to be obnoxious. Hi. But you're
Because you're
obnoxious, and I am Jewish, so you're not offending me. But what you're doing is offensive to many people. And I don't offend you, and I would appreciate if you leave.
Well, the state celebration of a murder is very
I
offensive.
don't celebrate it.
You know,
I'm
but the
working
state does.
tomorrow.
The state does.
I'm working tomorrow. So you're in the wrong
But the
office.
state celebrates.
Well, that's not my business, is it?
Well, it isn't, but
Well,
we're here to tell you
as a
that we don't
legislator,
like
it
it. Yeah, it is.
Well,
As my representative, it is part of your business to hear
Well, it's my business to hear everybody.
Concerns.
And there's more people that celebrate it than don't.
No,
So
Christians are a minority in Hawaii. 30%.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
check the
thank you.
census.
I'm sorry. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Don't run
You know
from
how to
any
spell
trouble.
my name. It's M-O-S-E-S. Get it right. Thank you.